Okay. Shows it's live. Starting on the menu so I can watch the load in. Because my biggest problem when things get kind of dumb is a very swift and unfortunate, loss of everything. Playing around with some different settings just to see how that works, which was some stuff I kind of wanted to mess around with anyway. Just to see. Still holding.
269. Nice.
Slightly different settings. Slightly. Not that my different settings fully matter. I was just trying something that might make our streams a little bit stable.
The two dumb meme numbers are 69 and 67. We need to make 68 funny somehow. So that all three of them will be the dumb meme number.
I literally have everything. Okay.
Yes, you have enough for everything, cause we...
Gusty Garden. Let's go ahead and do this. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully with some setting tweaks I can
Yeah, the funny thing is, don't we almost have enough stars to beat the game before we're literally going to just, like, beeline
It's 60 to beat the game, except it's 60 with a caveat, and the caveat of beating the game is you technically need enough grand stars before you get the...
I thought because of the thing Galaxy, that was this game that was 50 and not 60.
It's 60. No, it's 60, Frozen.
I remember people saying
No,
it was lower.
it's 60.
Because,
The way to remember it's 60, there's 120 stars in the game. When it's 60, it's half the stars, because 64 does 70.
So it was still lower, right?
Yes.
Because of the thing Galaxy was. Because I remember dumb people on the internet saying that it was like, it being the lower was...
Damn it. Maybe check one right there.
That it being the lower was like a thing of Nintendo making the game like easier, except it's lower because of the other thing Galaxy does. I don't even know why I'm hiding. Everyone knows the thing Galaxy does. Unless this is somehow your first instance of watching Galaxy be played on the internet, then in which case I have to ask, what rock are you living under?
Fall.
And where can I
Find it.
And where can I find it to get away from current internet discourse of just everything?
So basically, it's 60 because pretty sure even in this version it's 60.
Well, because of the being the thing Galaxy does, I would expect it to be 60 if it's still lower than
64 was 70. And that always seemed a bit stupid because 64, the number of stars is 120. And if you make the requirement to beat the final boss 70, that forces you to need over half. Where if the game has 120 maximum stars, and you make the final boss requirement 60, that requires half. Though this game is weird about that. Again, mostly due to the fact that what makes this so bizarre is a few different things, and the fact that you technically need the
Hey, look, it's the level entirely carried by its music.
the Grand Stars.
Gusty Garden, more like Gusty Mid.
Okay. So these things only last so long. It's normally 3 puffs. Yeah, it's good.
I do wonder what. I say I do wonder why. I think it's because it's trailer music, and I think it's like on normal recording. It's like, why did Gusty Garden become like the Galaxy theme? I think it's because it was early trailer music.
I think it was trailer music and yeah. It was early trailer music, but it's also just a really good song. But I will like agree that the area kind of sucks. That is more for me. Fuck you, God. Like, it is really good music, but I will also, like I said, agree this isn't the greatest.
I'm trying to engagement bait for
yeah.
when someone joins the stream and they join me like when I call the Galaxy Mid.
Oh.
I guess at that point the true engagement would be saying that Galaxy 2 is better than the first game because it is.
Okay, a lot more people these days have that opinion. I think 2 is better. Bullshit.
Like, remember back when like 2 came out and never seen that interaction before.
I hate this stuff.
Remember when like 2 came out and because like Nintendo themselves actually confirmed that 2 was basically because the Wii couldn't do DLC, and this is even represented in the final game where if you hack into Galaxy 2, its internal name
is Mario Galaxy More.
Oh, it was more Mario Galaxy.
I'm pretty sure it was Mario Galaxy More. Get back here, you fucking damn you.
And like everyone hated the game for that, acting like that somehow made it lesser. But then again, we've also just
not the hardest thing.
But then again, we've also just shifted to the point where like where people now just act like sequels in general are glorified DLC.
See, yes. It's just people being kind of hypocritical, because like back in the day, people would enjoy all these big sequels. At least everything's still holding. Doing
like, you know, Sonic 3 is generally seen as like the best Sonic Genesis game. Same as like Crash 3. It's like those are seen as the best for being like an iterative sequel, but it's like now people are like, oh, why didn't they just make it $20 DLC?
See, yes.
The other thing I find so funny with that is people for years.
Oh God, Major Burrows. Stupid Major Burrows. It's not the hardest fight, but it is surprisingly challenging, and the one Daredevil mission for that kind of sucks.
Just get him to run into the tree and you'll be fine. And besides the DLC thing, the other thing was, like, sequel that I'm wondering when do we get a shift for, there was, you know, that time, basically, where people would complain about, like, Call of Duty and, like, Battlefield and stuff being, you know, yearly sequels, and people also complain about that with, like, Pokemon for a while. But it's like, some of your favorite games were probably annual franchises there for a bit. Now, to be fair, with things like the Genesis Sonic games, it's like, they just did the Genesis Sonic game, and then that was it. Every other Sonic game on the Genesis didn't play like 2D games because they were made by different developers, and same with like Crash, where it was like Naughty Dog basically literally had the idea for like the Crash series, 3 games, and then that's it. 3 games the kart racer, and that's it. So to be fair, they didn't go on forever. But the point is, these games still were all released within like a year of each other because games used to be able to just do that.
Yeah. Because back in the day, people would go like, oh, reusing assets and stuff to make a sequel if the fundamentals of a game are really good. It's like the best idea.
It's the most logical idea ever.
But now we have this.
Now it's as like unforgivable as the first sin.
Yes. You reused assets and you made a sequel? Oh, that's just lazy, bro.
Literally what every game ever did for the longest time. How do you think Capcom was able to make 6 Mega Man games on the NES?
Because asset reusing is smart if people like the fundamentals, but we're in a nonsensical world now.
And we're now in Bizarro world. Which is also funny because people will complain about like asset reuse and like too many sequels. But you'll then also be the same people that will complain, why does it take like 8 years for this game to come out? You can't have both.
Yeah.
Do you want annual releases or not?
So, talk about the you have to do the ground pound thing. You can only do it when he appears. Then he becomes vulnerable. It's a 3-hit boss. The problem is the final hit. Like, you can't ram into the tree, but if you get him near the tree to kind of cut corners, just run away.
What people could do is it's mostly the final hit because that's the one where he'll fake out and charge you because he aims. Now that's the hit where people, after hitting him away, they will try to basically run to like the other.
Well, because you do that,
and then you do that. Like that's generally what people will try to do.
Yes.
Because the tree doesn't
stop it. Yes, person.
But because his but because of the way his tracking is, he's kind of like being forced to the
side. Yes.
God, I think that was an old strategy from Cheat. Oh God. Oh God, I feel old. I feel old and dirty now. Have to go wash off the sin later.
I know you said sin, but I'm laughing because I have to go wash off the sin later. Just casually. It's not that hard of a fight inherently. My problem is you gotta just kind of position. I've played this game before. I played this game when I was a teenager, basically.
Because we're in 2026 now, but we turned 20 in a year, though we can legally drink.
Those Doberboys, they drive me to drink.
This game is older than a nephew of ours. Christopher would be nephew, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Half bullet. Yeah. We have to come back.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's one of those. That's a fault. this game is older than people in our family.
It was a 2007 game.
He was born like 2 years later.
Love this game. Basically, if you get all the sparkles, the coins, you get a star, and there's a star in the golden chain shop. But we have to do all the missions anyway. It's not like it would let me continue. If I did get the one, it would have kicked me out, so no matter what, I'd have to come back here. Alright. Trying to reset the gyro. It is. The fact that the Metroid Prime on the Switch fucking 2 does not have a gyro that resets as quickly
I've
as
been meaning to look into that because I've seen people talk like there is one, and if you don't know what it is, you're just dumb.
The game has a button that it says is gyro reset, but it just centers the camera. It doesn't technically reset the gyro.
So I need to try to look into that, but it's one of...
It is not as quick
But
as...
it's one of those no one is, defending, basically.
No! I know what someone might say is, oh, this is a, free-flowing pointer, whereas resetting Samus would be a little bit more complicated.
Because it runs into the same problem the motion tracking in Skyward Sword has, which is because you're aiming Samus's arm cannon, it's connected to a model. Because it's connected to a model, there's only so far it can go before the model breaks.
Yeah, and it just irks me because in this game it's pointer. I can just reset the pointer and generally be fine. The Metroid, I can't reset as easily. And it sucks.
Let's see if this ages like milk or not all all of these internet leakers, which let's face it, their sources are trust me, bro. Basically, keep saying that apparently the coolest direct ever is going to happen in February. I feel like there's probably not going to be a direct in February, and if there is, it's not going to have everything these people are hyping up.
All the leaks and discourse as of late turn into a sort of dumb, obnoxious, trust me, bro.
Now the thing is, while I don't think it's going to happen soon, I feel like Square putting the Kingdom Hearts game natively on the Switch too. That is the type of thing that feels like an inevitability because people were apparently so thirsty for Kingdom Hearts on the Switch. Those cloud versions did better than people expected.
Of course they did.
And despite what Grifter Man will tell you, the Switch 2 is also...
Oh, jibba 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 jibba.
The Switch 2 is also selling well enough.
I expected first, and it's funny because I've seen other people say this, and it's like, oh, back up, ass hair, so I can aim a little bit better. And it's like nice to see other people say this because it's like, oh yes, vindication, where other people are like, I think Kingdom Hearts 3 could have ran on the Switch 1 natively, and all you'd have to probably do is cut the frame rate.
Probably also the resolution. It would have maybe had to go down to the lowest level of HD, but 30 FPS and 720, it would have probably done that.
Well, I'm not even needed 720. Metroid Prime Remastered is 900, and people don't notice that. like, you don't... I mean, 720 is also not inherently that...
My point basically is it might not have just been the frame rate resolution.
Some people said...
Maybe also I don't know.
Oh, wait. I just realized what I didn't do.
I was going to say, don't you need...
I thought it was on the track. Damn it. I got one shot at this.
So, hey, at least every time you screw up, you keep a star bit. So this is, I think, the other way people would basically...
Thing is, though...
Yeah, it's right. It's right there, but I think that's the other thing people would basically do to grind star bits is literally...
I won!
Is literally just do that instead of getting the star using the...
Yes.
A star to break all of the meteors.
I won.
Actually, is it a meteor if it's technically not flying? Because I think it would have to be specifically flying or falling to be considered a meteor.
Yeah, there he is. Oh, Daredevil. So, as always with these, you're just one hit. That's all this does. The bosses are not different, you're just one hit.
Fraud detector activated.
As long as I pay attention and just kind of take it slow, I have infinite time. And the first hit's free. And the second hit's decently free, and then the...
Imagine if they did either two...
He appears. Just try to get him around the tree. Oh yeah, I got to show that one. Where he lost track of me. I haven't seen that animation in a long ass time! I'm too fast. Get him around the tree. Do that. Piss him off. Bop! 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 Bop!
Fraud watch over.
Move around the tree. It's not that hard. My problem. Well, I say not that hard, but like his hitbox is kind of stupid.
Yeah,
I swear I have to see when I start editing the actual Let's Play from 3D All-Stars. I think I died because I think I got nicked by his ass.
I was gonna say before that, imagine if a game did have like either 2 comments at a time or multi.
I don't know what I hate less.
Freezy Flame isn't that bad.
Okay, we need to put a pin in that. It's just 1 or 2 things here that are kind of dumb. It's not the worst thing. This isn't that bad. Hey, oh man. Oh, the man!
I think Nintendo said Mario's canonical age is like 40.
Spin it, spin it, spin it. I love the ice skating.
But I guess if we're going off that, that means Mario has been like canonically 40 for like 40 years.
Bart Simpson is in with the giant. This isn't the worst area. It's just 1 or 2 things here are a bit problematic.
That sounds like a skill issue.
Sounds like a lot of hoofah.
Aw.
Huh, at least I got my long jump. Oh, dang it.
Okay. Like I said, I'm going to be honest, I've never understood the weird, like, boomer fetish for the long jump.
It's so useful.
Because, like, so many, like, 64 boomers, you know, act like the long jump, or act like the lack of the long jump is the reason Sunshine is a bad game. No, Sunshine is a bad game for more reasons. The long jump wouldn't fix it.
Taking a drink. All I'm doing, taking a drink. And adjusting my chin.
I wonder why, like, you know, boomers have this weird fetish for it, but I actually know exactly why. It's because of the BLG.
My favorite sandwich.
If Mario 64 was designed well and didn't have the BLJ, I feel like the backwards. I feel like the long jump would just in general not be nearly as famous.
So there's one bat at the top. And that bat might screw me over, but the checkpoint is here, so.
Also, always,
Damn it.
Sometimes often wonder if there could be patches in the 90s, but Nintendo have patched out the VLJ. Considering that they did it for the Shindo version, the answer is very likely.
You can do some dumb, creative, flippy dippy bullshit.
Like, this is one of those.
I nearly made that. Like, if I could just wall jump off. Wall jump off that flat wall.
I don't remember. Yes.
Yeah, buddy! Oh! Oh, hell to the yeah, baby! I think. Okay, now that's the one you can't do as
You would
much.
have to grab. You'd have to grab the power up and then do that to get up here.
Like that. I'm at the top. Like, this is the top. Damn.
Yeah, I've seen a few people.
Can we all admit what I just did is
I've
fucking
seen-
cool?
A few people say as a child they never jumped when the blocks went in because there was that little lip they would wall
Yes.
jump between that after.
Can we all admit what I just did is really fucking cool?
It has a 6 and a 9 in it. Does that count?
That, like, I thought about, wait, can I do this? Do I have big, damn it, big penis energy? You don't have big deck energy. You are saying deck, right? Rest in peace, Duncanville. I don't care if no one was here to witness that. That was cool. And it looks like my one idea worked, even if certain people would be butthurt about what I did.
Why?
Because of the weird inconsistencies. Not that I think most people would notice or care. I decided to do the thing that people will tell you, no, don't ever stream doing that. If you do that, you're a heretic.
What? Are we beyond Hexen?
I set the bitrate to variable.
Sorry if it goes to absolute cold water. I will admit I can understand why people
No,
would
all variable bitrate is supposed to do, if there's less going on, it drops the resolution of the stream a little bit. Well, it lowers the bitrate, but the minimum for HD on Twitch is around 4,000, so even if you drop...
Oh god, I want to see the bit rate for, like, variable bit rate for cyberspace and X5. Ew, I just threw up my mouth a little thinking about that.
Let's take the secret path. This is a secret shortcut. And near the boss.
But is it the chocolate secret?
I set it to variable, but all I noticed with variable... Well, first of all, we already have that setting. If we start losing internet, the stream...
Oh! That might have been frame or near frame perfect.
I think the ice is over here.
I can't remember if I made this observation in the regular footage. Did anyone else as a child think the ice behind him looked like a skull?
Basically, I set it to variable. Except setting it to variable, all that does, if there's slightly less going on, it just drops the bitrate a little bit. But the minimum for like HD is remaining 4,000, so... And when I drop, it only drops like 5,000 if it's...
I do, wonder if like that ice, if they intentionally made it look like a skull or not. If they did, that would be like...
That angle looks like a skull.
It would be like a 3 ice skull if they did that. What secret Mario lore is hiding?
Damn it.
Is hiding in plain sight. Don't go deeper after on me now.
I got him.
I swear he died to that boss.
I got him. Anyway. Yeah, I set it to variable. Fight me, bitches. All variable does, if there's less going on, the bitrate drops a little bit. But what makes less happen, that usually means it'll just drop in menus and shit. And even then, it only drops like 1,000 or 2. Like, just then it dropped to 5,000 for a second. Yeah, it's 5,000 right now. And then it goes back to 6. It's 5 again. 6 again. 7. The reason I thought variable might save our streams, variable means that there's less data transfer, because that will actually let our internet transfer smaller data packets.
Never tamper with the data.
We're also doing, first of all, Twitch caps, like, streams at 6,000 anyway. So if I do variable bitrate, I go from like 6 to 5, big freaking whoop. I'm not a partner channel, so I can't run 8,000. Even if I got partnered, our internet is so crap, I wouldn't really recommend bumping up to 8. Because people said you're not supposed to exceed 80% of what you can do, and our cap is a 10,000, so 80% of 10,000 is 8, so I shouldn't even be hitting 8 anyway. I should always rock 6,000 or less. And I'm liking variable. I get why certain snobby people will tell you, like, never do that. Pretty sure. Yes, you can. Also, doing basic bitch HD streams, and if it keeps our internet from destroying reality, so be it.
Yeah, but I need to stream with a 10,000 bit rate and 8K, or else I feel insecure about my tiny pee-pee.
I know what you're doing. Also, if I remember right, what's funny, well, you can do the one skip, because it's a gravity well, I'm pretty sure if I get up to the top, the game will just correct the gravity. I'm just trying some random stuff.
I don't remember that heat fog effect, because I don't know what the official term would be. It's that, like...
That's not it. Yeah.
I think most people, like, do it, yeah. So they can do that. The heat fog effect thing is pronounced on the Wii.
Yep. You totally can skip it. Oh, cool. Oh, man. Live streams, I'm doing some fun shit. If I also remember right, for a similar reason, I think you can ass pull, and if you get past the threshold up at the top. But the problem is like 1,000 of these. Stupid. Because they just keep coming.
Because they just keep, coming. You literally just sit there and keep killing them and get a bunch of star bits, because they literally keep respawning, and as they respawn...
Hold on. We'll just do it.
If they literally keep respawning and they never stop giving you star bits as they respawn, that would literally...
But basically, first of all, to even stream at crazy high bit rates on this platform, you need to be a partner. So you want to stream for a ridiculous, like, high bit rate? Bitch, you gotta be a partner. If you're not a partner, the cap is 6,000.
You have to be a partner so you can feel an artificial sense of superiority over anonymous people on the internet.
So, because these guys can light the torches, speedruns will literally, like, damage boost over, get one of the lava bubbles, and, like, try to wiggle and get them to touch the torches. But that's pretty good. Yeah, I set it to variable just to see if I do some streams on variable, because, like, right now, it dropped for a second to 4,000. But variable just means if less is going on, it drops a little bit. But the minimum for solid HD... Oh, shit. Oh, that happened. The minimum for solid HD, you set it to 6, and around 4,000 is like the bare minimum of decent looking 1080. So I don't care if it drops, and this is just a good test to see, because if I'm not paying attention, I would rather have the bitrate go down a little bit when not much is going on, if it means we can stream without constant drop-offs.
Has any type of hack ever tried to implement multiple, like, prankster comments at once? Because I shudder to think of double speed contact phones.
This is going a long way, I got this now. Crap.
Is it still considered Cosmic Clone in this game? Because I think the Sector Galaxy 2 called it because that's the game that does the.
Hold on. Nope. But people call them Cosmic Clones because it's the Cosmic Comet.
Okay. Because
Oh God.
Because Galaxy.
Oh no.
What?
And remember, we have it set to variable. It dropped to 2.
Oh.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. If the screen was like absolute ass for a second then.
But it was 2 in the menu, so that's why.
Yes, but that would still mean like literally for like a second. It must have looked like utter garbage. Well, it is already a Switch game, am I right? Huh? Huh?
That's the one sacrifice that basically I feel is a slight issue, is the occasional, like, 4,000... The occasional, like, 4,000 dropping is fine. 2,000 means one or two things would look kind of shit. But I would rather have a slightly worse. Because it's not like it's a... Basically... It's not like it's a constant low bitrate, or I'm trying to stream at a low bitrate. It just drops when less is going on. You can also do that, and it is possible. So like, wall jump, get out of here. At the very least, if I want to, like, you can get up here that way, but if I want to, I could jump down to activate the gate on this side. Instead of trying to get out the one way.
Whew!
Feeling hot,
Wait.
hot.
Wait, yeah, I was about to say, does it still cover when it's, up?
So, yeah, I'm sacrificing slight fidelity, but hey, if our streams hold... I honestly don't think it looks that bad.
I got away from it, but the reason I don't leave the like the reason basically I don't leave the 1 leak, and if I am wrong and all of this is proven true, unlike other people, I will hold that. L is because the guy that like said the potential Nintendo Direct pointed out like all these franchises that have like big important anniversaries this year, and I feel like with you pointing that out, you're getting people to hype themselves up that like Nintendo are obviously.
I love this as a concept.
That like Nintendo are obviously going to do like. Zelda and Metroid collections this year, which I don't think they are.
Okay. Yeah, and looking back at the bitrate. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh! Oh no! That was about to happen. Apparently, the exit menus Now, I know I set it to variable, so I shouldn't be surprised. Yeah, that's done. I know I set it to variable. I shouldn't be surprised when...
Except even if you people get a, like, even if you people get Zelda and Metroid collections, you're still going to complain that they're, like, too high priced.
I also feel like if I didn't say I was running variable, most people wouldn't notice.
Until it...
Until maybe...
Until it has a massive drop. And the stream looks absolutely awful.
One of my favorite mechanics on this game.
Mario's head isn't spinning.
Yeah.
0 out of 10, Nintendo, even though I'm pretty sure that was a thing in the regular game.
Yes!
Well, considering that this, much like 3D All-Stars, that this version of the game has, that, like, eye reflection, thing that tells me it's probably built off the source code, so...
It was supposed to be... There was something stupid about that, where I believe when people, like, hacked because the Switch is super hackable to look at this game, I think someone was like...
This game is still technically a Switch 1 game.
Yes! That's... which lets you hack it and look at crap. I think people actually determined, it was like, oh my god, this is so stupid. Nintendo's using an emulator for this.
I thought the weird, like...
There's something good up here.
Nope.
Okay, there is...
Yeah, but that's kind of a Kaizo trap.
Yes.
I thought the weird thing, and this went back to 3D All-Stars, where it was like half source code, but also...
No, 3D... Yeah. 3D All-Stars... I'll explain in a second. No, 3D All-Stars is a source port with emulation on the fly to access the improved textures.
So it wouldn't,
Though I believe people said that this was like just lazy emulation. Nintendo can't even source port anymore. It was something stupid because...
So, given how much misinformation is going around currently, it wouldn't surprise me if that take was just wrong. Especially because unless this shows how good Nintendo's internal, like, Wii emulator is, for it to have all the graphical glitches the original game had, that either means this is a near perfect Wii emulator they've, like, made, or the
Except, in this version specifically, there's a lot more issues that exist, and I believe that's why people said, oh my god, Nintendo resorted to lazy emulation. Because in like one of the trailers, like Mario's legs were missing, and people, oh, 0 out of 10. Oh my god, Nintendo can't do anything correctly anymore. Something stupid, I would have to look up the discourse for that. Fuck you, buddy.
Like, I don't remember the, because I literally have basically gotten to the point of, like, literally just tuning out all of the grifters, like, because I don't directly have a YouTube channel. I've technically been just signing into my email to view, like, YouTube and stuff, so because of that, I thought I couldn't hit the do not recommend button. I finally found it, and because I finally found it, literally the first two I did for that were two very bad grifters. I was like, oh, I can hit the do not recommend button.
Yes, do not recommend. And I'm free!
Yes.
Like I'm generally...
Like, like, I see the do not recommend button, and because I see the do not recommend, just play the, like, bison meme. Yes! Yes!
Damn it. Damn it!
Because they play the same clip twice for some reason.
Damn it. I know you can do flippy dippy bullshit and get on that ledge. That's what I wanted to do, flippy dippy bullshit. Because the end's up at the end is up at the top. Like, it's past the little lip here. Where, like, you can't traditionally wall jump, but you can see that. Woo! That was day. That was day. That's what I was trying to do this whole freaking time. No.
Good.
Almost done, and with the one setting, the stream's been fine. Because it seems like variable bitrate is the only way we're going to actually have consistent streams. Meaning if people can put up with slightly worse, like, viewing for 5 nanoseconds. How much do you want, Tubby?
Oh, just enough.
I used variable bitrate sooner. If our internet was a little bit more stable, I would consider constant. But it seems like if I run constant, that has a random chance of catching fire because we end up at a transfer limit. And it seems like not having to transfer maximum data. It seems like... Oh, I love this galaxy.
Big Mouth Galaxy, it's just a mirror. You see, I have to throw in self-deprecating humor every now and again so I can continue to shit on the people I don't like.
So, the gimmick? It's a gold treasure chest.
So it needs a gold shell.
What he said.
So because of the shitting on
No,
people...
now I can do my favorite thing.
What?
Or not. What kills boobs?
It doesn't make sense when you think about it, because they, in the ghost house level, they died to a light, so...
Damn it. Damn it.
Yeah, not gonna lie, that one was always kind of awkward.
There's another way to do it, which is less awkward. I was trying to do it with the shell. We'll do it the other way. That.
The way they want you to do
No! No! No, Curzon, no.
It's the way they want you to do it.
That is not how you're supposed
That's
to.
literally how I've seen, like, everyone do
Yeah,
it.
that's not how you're supposed to.
Especially because everyone was like, oh, you think perhaps the...
There's a launch star at the bottom. See?
Yeah. Hello, Gunagi, which actually isn't named Gunagi anymore.
You could see the star pieces. See? White kills booze.
I don't remember what...
Well, oh, I get to show it. It's great.
I don't remember what Unagi's name actually is, but it's a pun on this one species of eel.
Ah! So all you do... That. Hi, bud.
And I'm going to make the joke I thought of earlier died laughing at because of how stupid it is, and I wanted to get your blind, unprompted reaction. Grifter man does everything a grifter can. He spreads his lies across the web, claims to be a true fan. Here's the Grifter man. Oh, Oh, and I thought about if I had editing skills, doing that over editing the one guy's icon over the 60 Spider-Man intro. The one grifter everyone knows. And that's why I started dying.
Why are we here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Mail time!
Luigi! Okay, I need to save Luigi. You know where that is.
Mm.
Any comments? No.
No.
Let's save Luigi. Okay. This is one of the best streams we've ever had. I don't care what anyone says. Variable bitrate.
Amazingly.
I set it to variable. And it seems like setting it to variable. Then that happens.
Considering that you're still playing, I'm guessing the stream didn't die, it just massively dropped in bitrate.
No! No.
What?
It was 8,000.
What the?
What do you mean?
It went up?
Have you not been listening to my explanation on why that happens?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently you weren't listening to me. If you see a spike, that means your system needed to compensate for missing bits and it transferred a higher data transfer to compensate for what was missing. Meaning if it shoots to an 8, that means it was missing enough data where 8,000 is compensating what was not available.
Sometimes I wish I was smart and talented enough to be a parody songwriter. Because the other dumb
We're
joke...
still streaming.
Because the other dumb joke I thought of besides the 60 Spider-Man theme was the Grifter Man can. But I'm not smart nor talented.
Remember, because apparently you don't remember that day, and it's topical because it's related to this game, that day where the internet died, in that one stream where it held on the lowest internet settings, and the settings were so low, I was transferring like 15K.
Wow.
It was like a 15K transfer of one bar of internet. We're still streaming. Okay. We'll have to do some other streams on variable and just see if variable catches fire. Variable seems to be saving my ass, and the reason variable seems to be saving my ass, variable means that there's going to be a smaller data transfer. And if there's a smaller data transfer, it seems to offset our internet being kinda fucky-wucky.
Yay.
At the cost of slightly worse looking internet and slightly worse looking streams for a microsecond. Even though I don't think most people would notice or care. So Luigi's on the bottom. Which means in order to do that, you have to...
I think we all expected Luigi to be a bottom. That is the oldest internet joke ever.
You guys are dumb. Dumb.
Ugh.
Dumb. The one bullet bill looped around and blew up, and then this one was not tracking super well, so I was like, dumb!
Tracking on bullet bills has never been great.
Bitch, I'm aware of that. Yeah, it drops when there's less going on, and I think that's saving the streams.
I was going to make a joke out, except
Unless you really want to look at maximum bitrate Luigi. Oh god, that's a green star. Oh god, that's a green star. Oh god, that's...
This isn't Galaxy 2, it's fine.
No.
That is the one area where I...
No, Curzon? No, it is not fine.
At least there's not 120 of them.
You know what they do in this game.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know, and I would take that over there being 120 of them.
Oh, I'm scratching an itch.
Not just 120 of them, it's 120, and I'm pretty sure the game...
I shall return right the fuck now.
I was going to say it's 120, and the game doesn't tell you what
Oh,
mission.
wait.
Wrong area.
This is the wrong door.
I believe he says this is the wrong room.
Your mom's the wrong room.
Oh, I can't wait for Sega to remake Adventure 1, but do it with the modern voice cast, and everyone is going to be big ingy about that.
To the bedroom. Okay. What are we on? Not done. 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 Not done. I know what I'm missing.
It's literally...
I know what I'm missing. I now know exactly what I'm missing. Just the stuff in here.
And the Bowser.
We'll get there when we get there. What I was going to say earlier, one, I think this game runs fine. Though we're playing it on the Switch too.
Okay, remember, even because regular Galaxy, even on the Wii was 60 FPS, and it didn't go down. No one has ever really complained about the performance, even in 3D All-Stars.
Son of a... If you hit him in the head...
Good.
Oh, damn it. I was trying to hit him in the head.
And, like...
No, people generally don't complain about performance. It's just a lot of... Also, what's funny, I think this Hungry Luma's 20.
There are those two right there, so...
Yep, and I have 20.
Okay, there are those two right there, if it was...
There's also... And I can try to show it. It's something no one ever notices.
What?
So... Actually, I probably should just show this. Because I'm going to solve so many problems. You understand what I just did?
Yeah. Yeah, I see it. And you got 64, meaning because you got 64, you actually don't even need to get the star bits from the opening section. You can literally just do that and break those two.
I've seen people think the star bit requirement is kind of dumb and no one notices that rainbow star. In case anyone was watching this and maybe got really confused because I did just randomly get a rainbow star, it's just on the bottom.
Well, it's one of those when you're flipped over, I guess the camera can kind of...
You can sometimes see it.
Oh god, I hate this level. I swear the Crusher hitbox in this is more lenient, like... It's weirder than you would think.
Oh, basically. Doing fine. Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it on. Started out with a kiss, I did it in the black face. It was only a kiss.
Stop! Twitch will mute the entire VOD.
It was only a kiss. No, I promise you.
Didn't that literally happen once?
I think someone was singing and got flagged because...
That's the type of story everyone will...
Okay, usually if you get flagged for music...
It is normally you playing music, but sort of much...
Well, or you're doing a live stream that's a IRL stream.
I think my favorite, someone being flagged for music, is that Soldier Boy apparently would stream, and he would stream his own music,
Yes.
but because the chat was set to, like, emotes only, he was basically muted for, like, an entire stream because it instantly... because it instantly got flagged, but because it was emotes only, he didn't know. Because man would blast his own music. Also, I love how he's just been basically taking bootleg consoles off like Amazon and shit and
if I remember right. Yeah. Also.
I love how, like, in, like, 2020, that, you know, him reselling the one bootleg console, that basically made news, and then...
And there's a second green star.
And then him doing it again, like, a few months later. He has apparently done that every year since, like, 2020.
There's the second green star.
Meaning now that we're in 2026, I can't wait for him to do it again.
Mm-hmm. Wish we had some people in here, but hey, it is what it is. Eventually.
Because I want strangers on the internet to yell at me for my correct opinions.
Oh, wait. I forgot. I got the...
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh no. Oh fuck. Oh, let's not say we didn't.
Yeah, I forgot that immediately opened all three of them. I thought you had to...
No, I did get the third green star. I just forgot we got that. That was in the buoy base.
Huh.
Damn it, I forgot I got that one. Oh, that's embarrassing. I do that so casually, I just don't think about it. It's fine. This is fine. We're fine. Anything important?
Nope.
And back we go. No, the buoy base had the third green star. I just forgot that was a thing.
Until you do the shifting the comments around, if the comments are in a set, like, that set rotation, if it is literally set, that means it should be the same, like, order every time.
What?
The whole comment you had brought up before, that the, like, RNG for the comments appearing is... It's not as, like, random as people think, and it's actually...
There is a kind of set order. And I say kind of set because you have to kind of put an asterisk on that.
Because I do wonder what order they're appearing in compared to playing the game with 3 All-Stars.
The comments are...
Because I think the next time one will appear is either before or after Bowser.
I don't remember the dumb logistics of...
We'll see when we get there. Honestly, wasting time. This is wasting like most of the time in the star.
Okay, we both know why the game has to do that crap. We talked about that. I don't think I actually talked about that in these streams.
Because that's more like... Because the arena the game needs to do that is more important in Galaxy 2, because Galaxy 2 is the only, like, out of Galaxy 1 and 2 is the only one to have a loading planet.
Basically on the Wii... Oh, 7 hits wins. Basically on the Wii... They couldn't get the game to load stuff super easily, so they have you fly around so that they can load and unload things dynamically.
It's the same reason God of War and Jak and Dax, they're both basically have connecting hallways.
Yes.
Because that's, again, one of those old tricks games have been doing for years, where you can only complain with Nintendo of it for some reason.
Oh, I'm taking a drink. Yeah, I paused and the bitrate dropped, but that's literally what variable does.
Yeah, your mom's a variable.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Hit this area.
Skill issue, pop, beauty.
It's not the hardest thing, it's just... There's just some shenaniganry. Because the star is right there, but you can't really reach it because you have to go around. Hit a timer that inverts the, like, platforms on the far side over here. And then it is a blitz rush to get up to that star. But it's not that hard because it is close by, but you need to basically do that and just start smoothing. And try not to waste too much time. Because if you long jump when it's clickable, you can do that. It's not that hard. But it's a little bit trickier than you might think because the tornadoes can grab you and waste your time. Oh yeah.
I was going to start singing Tricky and use that to segue into Mario being in that one SFX game, except that he's not. Mario, Luigi, and Peach, they're not in SSX Tricky. They're in On Tour, which is the one like no one talks about.
Anyway.
Because there was that time in the GameCube era where to try to boost the sales of the GameCube, those like 2 EA Sports games, the SSX on Tour and NBA Street 3, they put...
I was going to say earlier, but I didn't because I was focusing on the game. Where person was talking about like game development and stuff, and I was just lately watching like old like tech TV stuff. So mostly some episodes of like extended play and stuff, and just an interview talking about like video games. There's also a secret star here, so you're gonna have to get the secret star and the regular, but getting the either or is fine. But basically, I was talking about like game development moving into like the 3D era. And how, now that games were becoming, like, 3D and more complicated, development would probably take about 2 years for an average game. And it's just like, oh...
It is especially funny with me talking about everyone complaining about like games taking too long to come out now.
Yes. There should be a timing. Yeah. Okay. Oh god. So the secret when this planet goes down. Also, these crabs are like always around.
Planet that had something funny and stupid related to it, where it's like something with the gravity.
There's a lot of things with the gravity, but I want to do this.
I think this is one of those. Now I could be doing.
I want to try to do the secret mission.
I could be thinking of not this one, but the singular planet in Deep Dark. That's the opposite. You
So,
do the. If you like.
There's a peg? If you ground pound it, music notes start appearing. If I can find that.
There it is. I know there are a lot of advancements and stuff the HD era had, but I really do feel like the best era, I really do feel like for development was actually the GameCube PS2 era, because developers had like just enough power to do interesting things.
Stupid.
Like, the GameCube PS2 era was probably the best era for development, because developers had like just enough power to do things, but also but also budgets weren't so astronomically high. It's like,
there's a case with a star in it. And if you just cut, because of the pain in the hate. I had it. You have to like circle. I've never fully enjoyed this.
that sounds like a skill issue, buddy.
Now, if you want to do dumb creative nonsense, you get up here, like I just did.
You get it near the...
Damn it! Oh, damn it! Let's see if I can do that. Because that's a silly alternative way to do this. Where you basically flip. Do that thing I did. You just kind of flip an angle to do this. And you see if you can get it there. Notice you and then you jump off. I've never done it this way, but I know this works. Because they want you to do that circle thing. Get up here. If I can get it to chase, I can jump off, and it should just line up pretty.
This is one of those, I don't know if I'm remembering wrong, but I think the way he did that, because the way their tracking works, is they would like literally have to jump off as it was like firing or something, but again, I can't remember if that actually worked.
Yes.
Yeah, you do that. Big boy.
Never said that didn't. Never said that didn't work.
Couldn't you just hit the bottom to...
Shrink it, yes, but that's over here, person. I had to go around anyway. I just need to be to the side. Oh, let's see.
What I was going to say, it was like the era, the developers had like enough power to do interesting things, but development was also like simple enough where it was like you could just bang a game out in 2 years.
Because development, back in the day, while it was more complicated, was not that bad.
I believe Beautiful Joe took a total of 18 months. The game took just a little over a year, and that was the game to get them familiar with GameCube architecture. I'd never do that today.
Basically. Man. We're almost done. Holy crap. Cool!
Like, keeping on the Capcom train, apparently the reason it took Capcom so long to make a another Mega Man game after, or Mega Man 11 was the, like, 11 was, I believe, built in the Unreal Engine. Dual Override is going to be built in the, RE engine, which despite what people think, it's not named that because it was made for Resident Evil 7. It was made that because it's short for Reach for the Moon. And that's why the icon of the engine is someone reaching to the moon. But my point is, like, the reason it took them so long, the developers were basically internally learning the ins and outs of the engine before making a game, and I feel like that should, you know, show you basically how, like, different game development is, because it's like, if something like that were to be done back in the GameCube PS2, you would have ended up with basically a stopgap game that's supposed to be a tech demo.
Yes. There's that one. Damn it.
Oh, but, yeah, but now you'll basically never get something like that.
Yes. Okay. Mario.
Well, I say you never get something like that, but Nintendo is kind of the only company that still sort of does things like that to a small degree, because, like,
Yes.
Yoshi's Crafted World was, I believe, Nintendo's first game made in Unreal Engine. So it was kind of meant to...
Nintendo is also one of the only companies that currently exists that still doesn't take 30,000 years to make crap.
Except people will then immediately say, then why did Tears of the Kingdom take like 8 years?
Taking a drink.
Because that's the big one everyone, you know,
Yes.
loves to throw around. Like, oh, Tears of the Kingdom was like an asset reusing sequel, so it shouldn't have taken 8 years. Why did it take it 8 years?
Everyone throws that around, but what people don't know or care, while it reused assets, it's an entirely new engine. And the reason it's an entirely new engine is to handle the physics.
Also, I'm pretty sure Nintendo didn't start developing it right after Breath of the Wild. I think they started developing it 2 or 3 years after Breath of the Wild, so it technically only took like 5 years.
It was also a unique...
Yes, it also had a bunch of under the hood
Because it's an entirely different engine, and the reason it's entirely... The reason it's an entirely different engine it's for physics reasons. Because what people don't know or care, basically. I got it.
just stands.
I am standing still!
That is one of the areas you can and will die if you do stupid things.
It's a physics game. They redid the engine because it's a physics thing.
Or also, besides, Tears of the Kingdom took like
See, because I have over 60 stars and it won't let me into the final boss. Also, my phone is going nuts. Hold on. God. I know it's awkward. I'm literally sitting here because I wanted to.
Please don't be that one.
What?
You know.
Oh, yeah, I know. This is just random. It looks like just random pings.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good, it's not the other thing.
I didn't say ringing. I said going nuts. There's also 2 Super Mario Galaxy categories. I checked Twitch as well, which is in and of itself hilarious. Don't know where the crap we ended up. Why are there 2 categories?
If it's not a language thing, I could see that maybe being specifically the Wii version.
I was saying before continuing, like, if we were in one of the categories, so I was searching that. To see if I could see our stream, because we might have been streaming this entire time with a Twitch. I'll continue in a second. That annoying ass Twitch bug where it's like it doesn't show our stream in a category, even though it should. I will continue in just a second, but I also did very quickly check that. Yeah, there's 2 categories for some reason, which confuses me.
Is it either a language thing for some reason, or specifying a specific version of Galaxy for some reason?
Because I don't seem to see us in the either of these, but I know we're live. I will continue in just a second, because if I go, I open the stream, Super Mario Galaxy is the category I have listed. It just confused me.
And I don't know.
I'm about to continue. Beat up Bowser and then we'll stop. I checked the thing on my phone. Sometimes when I'm checking on the app, I have to check specific. Oh, yeah, no. You see, that showed up. Oh, no, we are in the. Okay. That's the other thing I wanted to check. Mainly it was just dumb miscellaneous stuff. I didn't say my phone would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Beat up Bowser and then totally stop.
Yeah. And hey, because Capcom's porting like all the RE engine Resident Evil, I guess you could say all the RE engine REs. Again, this is why people think it's for Resident Evil. Because they're putting that on the Switch too. I wonder how long it will take for them to put Devil May Cry 5 on the Switch too, because Capcom likes money. And while it would probably be a basic ass port, I've been thinking about it would be absolutely hilarious for them to do a Bayonetta and give you a Nintendo costume.
GB.
Because I thought if you could do the dumbest thing, because this is how my brain works when it goes into full autism mode.
So, this area, as a child, teenager, was like one of the hardest fucking things. As an adult, I realized I way overcomplicated this.
Okay, because there is that brief moment of the gravity shifting, there are one or two times you can do that, and it's kind of awkward. Anyway, the joke I was going to make is you give, like, Dante a Mario costume and Virgil a Luigi costume. And it's like that image is the funniest thing in my head. But again, if they did do a Switch 2 port, it would likely just be that a basic bitch port. Unless it's one of those, an idea like that is suggested by, like, Nintendo itself or whatever. Or the developers realized implementing something
It
like
was this part where I was basically a dumb, like, brain as a teenager, and a lot of people have a similar story of this being the, like, most difficult.
This is the filter. This is the filter right here.
Literally, stay there, you go down. Because it is downward, you go down, fall off, it's down. Then it'll turn sideways. Because it turns sideways, you're now sideways. Just go that way, and then that one is up. And because that one is up, I will be stuck on the up. Now that I'm stuck on the... Oh, damn it. It's that shit. Everything lined up, then I moved.
It's literally, you just touch the being pulled to the side for a second.
It's fine. I tried to move and I could have salvaged it. It's not that hard. I literally had it, but a hitbox called me. I died there. Wow. Like, if you take it.
I think a similar thing might have happened in 3D also. Because like I said, that is the one problem with this section is, like, when you're in the part, when you're in the parts like that.
Well, the thing is, like,
because you just wait for it, wait for it to just get a bit higher, and then you just stand right there because it then goes backwards, so it will then put you up and.
That's 4, and then that's down. Because of that. Oh, one of my favorite little effects. Just with, you know, all the flippy-dippy bullshit and then the stair creation. Pretty fun. It's not that bad. We'll end off after this.
And also, like, the Z Capcom put Devil May Cry 4 on the Switch too, because they never.
Because this stream went really well.
Because they never put the.
I also want to stop anyway, because I'm getting heavy rain warnings. So if I can just ass pull.
They never put the special edition of 4 on the regular Switch for some reason, even though I'm pretty sure they could have done that in hours.
Damn it. Dodge it. Fireball. Get him! He literally spins in a circle around. That is a better lineup. Let's play ball, bitch. You can actually counter it. Which is fun. Yeah. Nobody does that. And if you notice, if you counter him, he actually starts being a dick. Damn it! I mean, you let him hit me also. To do the counter, you have to... Damn it. This is the final hit! The counter thing speeds up the boss fight! What I wanted to... And then he'll just go opposite. Anyway. Took some damage, don't care, we're done. I win. Hit that bitch. Yeah, bitch. Which would have had some people in the chat, but we'll just keep streaming, yelling at nobody, and eventually we'll attract some people.
You have Hearts of Dawn Switch 2 yet?
Damn it, Bertha. Covers that. That was clean. Oh, that was real clean. Oh, God. This is a good example of what I was talking about, though, because basically what you're working up to is the engine room to get a big enough, like, little planetary star core to have interstellar travel. So the fact that I have 60 stars basically means I could beat the game, but I don't have enough.
You...
What?
First, comment. And second of all, you literally need all the grand stars. Yeah, because they're just saying you just need 1 star left.
And will decrease with each power star.
Meaning that technically, if you wanted to just beat the game...
Well, actually... Alright. Yeah, because I got enough of the...
Because we have enough regular stars and the...
Yeah. No, I have enough regular stars, and I have enough of the cores. Then I could just go beat the...
No. So wait, if we have enough of the cores, the area that opened doesn't have a Bowser in it? Oh wait, no, that would be Bowser Jr.
No, the engine room is like the
I know the one at the tippy top doesn't have a Bowser.
The one at the tippy top is completely optional. I thought the engine room was required.
Apparently, no.
Apparently, yeah.
I feel like I had the same type of
That's,
reaction.
yes.
Because I forget about that. Oh, we could go to the end right now.
Not doing that. Yes. And that would clear this area. Because before beating the game, since there's a lot more crap.
Honestly, I would say, because I'm pretty sure this is what we did in the 3D All-Stars, I would say clear out the engine room and then go beat the game.
Technically, after the engine room, you do get that final area. And then we could...
But because of, again, the thing that happens that everyone knows happens, I don't know why I am hiding this seriously. How is this your first exposure to Galaxy? That would be a comfy-ass rock.
Eh, go. You can't 100% the game without beating it.
Yeah, so that's why I would...
What? You can't 100% the game without beating it. And after the engine room gets cleared, the one last area does open. And we basically could clear it too, because no matter what we do, we have to loop around anyway, so I will probably, to the best of my abilities, given how the game works, literally do even that final dome. Because if I ignored it, it's not like that saves anything. Because if we did the engine room... Because, like, what I... Talk on. Or vomit. If we ignored the final dome anyway, it's not like that saves us time. Because if we ignored the last one, we would still have to do it. I love it, like, because of the time challenge. To try to make it harder so you can't skip gaps, they remove the 28.
Except the 28 because you're spinning them, they technically also waste a bit.
I talked about that.
Like, you think they would keep them
Oh,
or...
I might...
You think they would have kept them or had more of them because they're technically wasting your time? But I guess the few seconds of time being wasted is counteracted by the ability to skip a super large gap.
If you're using them to do that, and I've always thought that's why they took them away, because you technically can save time, but I've always thought they're too much of a time waster. And the only reason I call them...
Well, again, they can be depending on RNG, unless that's actually the reason is the time saving or time wasting with RNG or something. That is, like, amazingly forward thinking. That's not the
Don't
type
care,
of,
I win.
That's not the type of thing I would fully expect the game to...
Don't care, I win. Booyah. So basically, we will probably just do everything, since it would be better to 100% up to the maximum limit so that I can beat the game and then unlock all the nonsense. Tiffany. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, knowing what I know, might is better. We'll do engine room and we'll do that last area. Though there is one more thing I could do, I think. Oh, that looks like a yes. Probably should, honestly. Alright. There's a couple of quick things I can do. We can get up here, and then that's a shortcut, which is convenient, so that I don't have to skip around. That's why I wanted to just go ahead and unlock that. Yeah, and then the engine room will be next time, but that's just a faster way up. As far as, like, a couple of things. Good. Fine by me. Because that basically returned us to the bottom. Hold on, see if I got any important mail before we... Yep. Let's go save Luigi. Then I can end off. That just feels better. I think that would just be a good, logical stop, and we'll just 100%, because you cannot 100% the game without beating it. Yeah. But if I left everything alone, that would create a problem anyway, so I might as well do all the stuff. I think that's the best compromise. That's what we're going to do. we'll just 100% everything, then I'll beat the game, because you have to beat this game multiple times. Luigi's up at the top. What's it? Now I can walk up the wall, but... Luigi... There's a tree. I just need to find...
There.
What? It's right here.
That's what I said.
Yeah. I thought it was this tree.
Plant the tree.
Oh,
Might.
you have to knock him down.
The Christmas tree of
Right.
mine.
Oh, that'll
that'll
drop.
drop.
I thought it was over here.
Oh wait, it's not the season. It's not December anymore. We can't quote that.
I thought it was over here. I wasn't wrong. That was
You
just...
can only quote holiday movies in the appropriate season.
Okay, anywho. I think it would be better to do the engine room and the garden dome that's at the top. Mild spoilers, but like, it's a game.
Again, what rock?
Yeah. No, we're like done. Because anything that isn't complete cannot be completed until you beat the game and set up something. So, if you want to 100% the game, basically, you need to beat the game at some point. But I would recommend getting everything else cleared. Meaning I'm probably about to save.
Or again, if not everything, at least the engine room, and then go beat the game.
But I said if you're doing 100%, if you do the engine room, that still leaves the extra area.
Yes.
I think it's better to do that too, and then we'll beat the game. And then when we beat the game, after the, garden dome, I'm gonna end off, because I literally saved, because this game doesn't give you a option, it just literally ends.
Yeah. Now it just saves after everything.
The main galaxy on the Wii, you were prompted to save. I wanted to stream something. I wanted to test what we were doing, because I think variable bitrate is not a bad sacrifice, because I don't think it looks that bad. And this was one of the best streams because we had zero hitching. I think variable bitrate is going to be how we stream for a bit until our internet maybe improves, if Spectrum actually allows us to maybe bump the bitrate a bit so I could do constant with a buffer. But I'm going to do all my shilling and everything. I will offer that one tip again in case people need it. If you want to beat the game, it is a minimum of 60 stars as long as you get up to apparently the engine room basically being unlocked. I thought I needed the engine room because the way I remembered this in my head was, oh, you unlock the engine room, and when you beat Bowser, you get a big enough, engine. Because it's the engine room. But I guess if we're going to be semantic, the argument would be, oh, the engine room is functional. It's just, you need it open versus actually getting a grand star out of that. So apparently the last two areas are optional, but you need a minimum of 60 stars. But if you want to 100% the game, beat everything else until no missions appear, beat the game, get the unlocks, do all the unlock stuff, beat the game again, get your other unlocks, so on and so forth. But with that said, I need to end off in case the weather gets screwy, but the stream rules that I thought would be consistent. One dome a stream for the main domes. That way, every individual stream was logical and categorized by just doing bonus missions as they appeared. But we're basically done. So I'm going to properly chill. So just give me a moment because this is going on YouTube. So I'm going to do that fusion thing I do. As always, I need to be the beggar or the vagabond, where I'm basically on the street corner and I have an empty guitar case. I flip over a hat and I shake a cup of change. For YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. Can you spare a like, comment, and subscribe? For Twitch, because we don't have affiliate, can you spare a follow? Please spare a follow. If you enjoyed the stream, you can follow and try to catch us next time. If you enjoyed the video on YouTube as an archive, subscribing on YouTube helps. That feeds the algorithm if you would like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. As for Twitch, you can follow and try to catch us live, maybe help us reach affiliate. Same goes for the YouTube crowd, because this is definitely going on YouTube. Main streams will always end up on YouTube, but anyway, I'm trying to truncate my shilling. I just have a lot to say. So, Twitch has a bit of a widget limit, but I do have some random social media links on Twitch and a link to the Patreon if you feel so inclined. On YouTube, all of my social media links are in the pinned comment and the video description. So, you can always find stuff that way. You can follow me on social media or whatever the equivalent on the different sites is. Some of those sites are cesspools, but it does help our communities grow. The Patreon is only if you feel inclined. I was looking at a UPS battery backup and some hard drives, but let's wrap up because I don't like rambling, but I feel like I need to chill. This was fun. Let's do another fusion to wrap up. For Twitch, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. For YouTube, I hope you all enjoyed the video. And I hope I will see you all next time. So as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later. And now I'm going to fade out.